here's what I'm doing. I'm making a low spot in the backyard for rainwater to go, and then it's going to be eventually pumped into a very long ditch line up to the front. But for right now, what I'm doing is I have piled up these 2 piles from the dirt that I've moved so far, and it destroys the yard because it's such a small bucket of how many trips I have to make to the front yard to dump it where I want it to go, where I'm building a new driveway. So I fill up this trailer full of dirt, I hook it to this tractor, and I take it out front, and I can get 5 or 6 scoops on it, and that's really cutting down on the back and forth and speeding things up. So let me show you. See, that's the issue. That is 1 scoop. That's all 1 scoop is. That's like 6 scoops, maybe 7. Hook this up, I hook it to there, using one of those car tow straps. I had to keep it pretty much a straight line. I have to have a long thing to turn because of how heavy it is. I just pull it up through there, and I turn around and I go to the driveway and I unload it, and I'll show you that next. You do it, you just stick the whole trailer upside down, or straight up and down. Lift this up as high as it'll go, and then you back up, and it kind of drags the trailer forwards and lets all the dirt off. See how I drove to dragging the trailer? That's the last little bit of dirt off of it. Which it leaves me with that. These 3 piles that I've made today, and then I'll smooth it out and start all over again. That's what it looks like after 3 of those loads. I can't get the clumps too good because they're grass. Here's what I'm leaving off with today. So, I got that done anyway. You can kind of see the way the driveway is going to go now. You go up and out that way. With all this in a parking area, that's going away. So all of this will be a parking area. At least enough for 2 cars. Alright, all done for today. So here's the, I don't know, you call it a micro pond? I don't know. I got the sides all smoothed out. It's about waist deep, maybe chest deep in the center. I just put the drain line in. I'm testing it with a water hose to make sure I had my angle right. It's draining, not backing up. So what'll happen is this entire area, I'm going to slope in this direction. It's already sloped, and it's going to tie into this pipe. I'm going to make something similar to what the city has, maybe a concrete box and then a pipe, so that the big stuff can settle to the bottom, and it'll pump, or it'll just use gravity and go down into the little pond. And if the pond ever fills up, I'm going to have a new ditch line that goes all the way out to the front, operated by a pump. If the ditch goes overflowing, and I'll have it where I can set it where I want to drain it, I can, or whatever I want to do with it. Right in the center, I'm going to put a 55-gallon drum in the ground, and I'll have it on 2 switches. One like a 3-way switch. One of them will let the pond fill up and cut on before it overflows. The other one will drain the pond completely. Work, work, work. Okay, so I'm going to show a little geology, what's wrong with this property and all the properties around it, why it's so wet. You can see I'm standing, I don't know, about chest deep in a hole. This would be where the 55-gallon drum is. So you can see it's just sand. Typical Bradford County, won't stick together, sandy dirt crap. Starting there, going on down, still sand, all the way to the bottom of this hole, still sand. Well, what Bradford County calls sand. But you get down 4 more inches in this hole, and you hit hard clay. All of this land around here has about 3.5, 4 feet tops of dirt on top of hard clay. Once the rain gets in there and saturates all this dirt, it's game over. There's nowhere for the water to go. It doesn't go any lower. Not very fast anyway. This stuff is hard. I had a hard time digging this hole with the tractor. And that is the problem. That's what's coming out. This is normal ground. It's crumply, not worth a crap dirt. This is what came out. of the hole, and it is very strong. Will not let water pass through that, and it's actually moist right now, so see, it never lets water through. And that's the idea about this pump. The groundwater will find its way into this pond and into this drum. It's going to be where I'm standing, and when it fills up the pond, if I want to, I'll be able to pump it out to a future ditch line that's going to run all the way up front to the county ditch. All right. And I'm done with this. That's the drum. That'll be where it drains it. It's pretty much in the lowest spot. And that's it for now. I'll just wait for it to rain and smooth everything out and see what I got.